Marco!
Polo.
Marco!
Polo.
Are you in the... with the... No. What are you doing?
Counting the litres. There's fewer of them in the hatch.
Yeah, you know what? I'm doing this one on my own. This week on Talking Heads, we're reviewing the new Mazda 3. Done. I like that as a gag. Get out of the car, Peter. The Mazda 3 is a great car. I love the colour. It's blue and it's a great... Oh, you're here.
I am.
Apparently you can get out of the boot easily too.
This is the Mazda 3 Touring Hatch. This is kind of new because this third generation Mazda 3, I owned the first generation, you owned
I own the second.
is old enough for a little midlife refresh. So it's got new stuff in it. So we're here to have a look and see what that new stuff is. Another pretty good interior from Mazda, but another dark one.
Yeah, I know that that's your bugbear. I don't mind it.
It is a very good design, and these leather seats are really good and they're really comfortable. I'm not exactly sure how real the leather is, but who cares?
Oh, you care.
No, I don't care
Bang on
because
about it all the time.
it works, and it's a kind of a wipe down interior, which is good for families, of course.
Yes.
So people who know me know how much I despised my Mazda 3. I hated it. I really like this car. I think it's a very good car.
Yeah.
It has fixed all of the problems that my car had. It's fixed all the problems that I think your car has.
Yes.
And it's
I
actually
agree.
fixed some of the problems that this car had when it first came out. And that's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, that's excellent.
And I think that's one of the things that Mazda does well. You know, it leads in, you know, most categories.
Yes.
But they don't rest on that. They're
Yep.
always looking to improve and evolve.
Yep.
And I think it's why people, you know, I would not hesitate to get this car again.
Yeah. And speaking of evolution,
Yes.
the steering wheel is slightly different. It's got a more compact airbag boss. That's how evolutionary these things are.
I thought it meant you just drag your knuckles less.
That's very good. It's
Now-
the best Japanese entertainment sat-nav thing on the market.
So it doesn't have CarPlay, which,
No.
like, you know, I'm sick of talking about it. Just,
It's annoying.
it's annoying, or just have it as an option.
As it stands though, MZD Connect is quite good because some
Yeah.
of them are utter garbage, like the ones in the Nissan.
Okay, let's not name names.
Yeah, but overall, excellent interior. Lots of space too. Like,
Yeah.
you know, there's lots of shoulder room in the back. You can get 3 adults across the back.
Yes.
Without long-term compromising of spinal health. And
Yes.
yeah, I mean, all that's really not in this car is the extra boot space of the sedan, because it's 120 millimetres shorter, so you lose 100 litres, as I ably counted before.
And don't we wish you was still in that boot?
There's just a little bit of tyre noise rather than the old cars which roared. And there's no suspension noise like there used to be. Like
Yeah.
it used to be, like again, my car, you took it over a bump and it sounded like everything was coming apart. like bits, you looked in the revision mirror to see if bits had actually come off.
Right.
Oh,
Handles.
quite a big
So
hole.
this is the button I love, which is the sport button, because it does this. And it just goes.
Yeah, so that just has a little play with the throttle response and the transmission. So the transmission's more willing to get down and boogie.
Yes, and it boogies.
It boogies. It's also got a thing called
Oh, here we go.
G-vectoring.
Whoa!
So there's this new Mazda G-vectoring technology, and what it means is it gives the steering a bit more kind of bite. That's probably the best way to describe it. So it makes the
Okay.
car feel like it handles
Better.
better.
And that is a difference that I've noticed from my Mazda 3 to this
Yep.
Mazda 3, is that everything seems fresher.
Yep. And that's quite a swoopy couple of corners we went through, and you really do feel the G-vectoring through that. And the faster you go, the more you feel. And it also just helps you avoid unscheduled UMCO moments.
Right.
So it's got front autonomous emergency braking. It also has rear, so it stops you backing into stuff, and it works with the reverse cross traffic to stop you from backing into cars that are coming behind you when you're pulling out of a reversing parking spot. Now, the base model Mazda 3, the Neo, does not have the screen, so you've got to go up an upper level to get the screen.
Okay.
So that's a tip for young players, and that also means it doesn't have reversing camera, which this has because it has the
Yeah,
screen.
you know, I just think now I wouldn't get a car that didn't have reversing. This is just a great car.
I actually really enjoy driving this car.
Yeah, and
I'd love it in a manual. Well, very good 6-speed auto. I think this is one of the best 6-speed autos you can get in almost any car, actually. Like under about 100 grand. It's a really good transmission. So, Mazda 3.
touring.
Hatch.
Didn't we do some hatching and touring today?
I did hatch out of it, didn't I?
You did hatch out of it, that is true.
What do we think?
Okay, I'm going to give it a solid 4 out of 5. I'd almost give it an extra half a point because I already have one of these cars, but I'm going to stick with a solid 4. It ticks all the boxes for me. It's competitive on price, fuel efficient. It's got digital radio, which is always an extra bonus to me. I would seriously consider upgrading my current car to this model.
Yeah. I think well, I mean, you know, your car's 5 years old.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of people start to think about time to upgrade. And as you say, it's a good upgrade. I'm going to give it 3.5. I think, you know, there are other cars coming and are here that are very, very good. And the Mazda doesn't quite get out ahead of them, except on the safety front.
Yeah, it's got some great safety
front
features.
AEB, rear AEB, all that stuff. It's got a lot of stuff, and it's well executed. That's the main thing. You know, there's a couple of cars on the market that have all this stuff, but really poorly executed. So this is really good. I love the way it drives now. I love the way it rides now. It's so much quieter, so much better. Yeah, 3.5.
Great. And I think in the spirit in which we started this review, we're going to end it. So, in the boot for you.
Yep, well, I'm going to go back to counting litres. So,
Count litres.
Yep, I'm happy with that.
And I'm going to wrap it up. So that's all for the Mazda 3 Touring. I think we can say that all in all,
counting litres. I mean,
some
you
great
know, this is serious
safety
business.
features.
This is the
One of the
work of a
great
car
safety
journalist
features
doing
is
this.
that I can put
Getting in the
Peter in
boot,
the back
counting the litres,
and not
you know,
hear him
really
talk
getting
about
stuck into
talk.
this. I mean, you know, getting into a boot, it's not an easy thing. I mean, it's a difficult trick to pull off.
We got into some great I-stop conversations
107, 108,
that I'm going to forget the
109.
minute after I speak about it.